Hey y'all, Susan McNeil here. Welcome to my vlog. Today I'll be reviewing my book, Echoes of Mercy. So I recently reread this book for the first time in over 5 years. And the reason is because one of my book clubs is doing this book for July 2026 this month. We're reviewing it at the end of the month. So because I'm part of the book club and it's been a long time since I read the book, I was conflicted. I wondered, I felt like, okay, I knew the story. I mean, I wrote it. So I didn't need to read the book again, but I went ahead and did. And first off, I mean, kudos to me. I could barely put it down. Like, it's a page turner. A lot happens. As you can see, it's a very dense book, but the story keeps on going, and there's never a time there was a lag. If anything, I felt like there was a lot of story condensed into this book, and that was because when I first wanted to publish it, it was 759 pages, and the first publisher says no, reduce it to like 400. So at that time I was mad, but then it's worth it. It's even 380. So, but yeah, it's a really dense book, really dense story. A lot is compacted into it. The second experience I had reading it was that how surprised I got, at some parts. I had forgotten specific details, so sometimes I'll anticipate, okay, this will happen, then it won't happen. I'm like, huh, I changed that? Really? Because for the longest time, maybe like I was married to a certain thought and then I didn't even realize I had changed it. So it was interesting to be shocked by your own book. Thirdly, another thing that moved me with the book was that, so a little about this book, I started writing it at the age of 13 and it got published when I was 27. So that's a long time, first of all, to be writing a book. And secondly, I remember mentioning in the preface, and I probably will read the preface at some point in another vlog, but I remember mentioning that part of why I knew I had to finish writing this book was that so much time had passed and I was growing up. And what I liked about the book was that my child mind came up with it. I mean, my teenage mind came up with this book. So reviewing it now as a full-fledged adult and a writer who's published, subsequent books after this, reading it again, I saw how much I've changed. And I realized that if I wrote this book now, it will not be like this at all. And that was the part that I guess shocked me, because you always think that, the story in and of itself, which the story in and of itself stays the same, but the way I would have told the story would not have been like this. So that was a major shocker to me because spent so many years, on this story. And now I'm like, wow, I feel very far removed from it because I've grown as a person and a writer. And yeah, that was just very interesting for me. It made me reflect. It's even what prompted the video. When I finished the book last night, I closed it up and just sat there for a long time, just thinking and reflecting and wondering, I know for a fact if I wrote it again, it will not be like this. But then, does that make it a bad story? Does that make it a childish story? No, not at all. It's what it is. It was written. Sisan at that time wrote this book, and that Sisan is no longer this Sisan, but at least the version of my mind will always be in this book, and I guess that's something I will always appreciate. But yeah, please check it out. Echoes of Mercy. It's a historical romance based during the Western migration from the Native Americans' point of view, and it follows a blind man's journey through that ever-changing, tumultuous world. It has sad elements, but hey, it's very interesting to read, if I may say so myself. Check it out on my website or DM me for a copy. Support me, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.